Hey guys, welcome back to The Joy of Wrenching. I'm your friendly neighborhood mechanic, and today I want to talk about the Hyundai Santa Fe or the Kia Sorento and what kind of things go wrong in about 200,000 miles of ownership on one of these. The example I've got here in front of us is a 2013 Santa Fe Sport, and it's got 210,000 miles. So let's go around it and let's talk about all the things that have gone wrong with these in that time. So let's start under the hood. So here we have the 2.0 Theta Turbo GDI motor. Now this motor, again, is the original motor. It has 210,000 miles. If you've got one of these 2.0 or 2.4 liter engines in a Hyundai or Kia from the time frame of the 2012 on up to 16 or so, and it's got the original engine in it, count your lucky stars, because that's a very rare thing. Those engines had some mechanical issues from the factory and they often failed. And so you'll find very often that these high mileage Hyundais and Kias in that time frame have already had the engines replaced. This one has not, so it's one of the lucky ones. So we've got the original engine here, and what's gone wrong with this thing? Well, nothing. If the engine doesn't fail and you've done your maintenance, these are great little engines. The only thing that we've had to do in here is some motor mounts. So you can see here the motor mounts. There's one on the front of the engine here, and there's one on the back that holds the transmission against the frame. And over time, those fail, and the one here has a hydraulic fluid inside of it. And so once that hydraulic fluid starts to leak out, which will happen over time, then the engine vibrations start to resonate into the cabin and really get kind of annoying. And so that's one of the things that we've had to address on this older, higher mileage Hyundai. Another thing that we've had to do on this Hyundai is replace these hood struts. Now this is not a Hyundai thing. This is very common on a lot of cars. You'll go to open up the hood and the struts will open just fine. And then you're looking underneath it. Next thing you know, boom, you get bopped in the head because they're not able to hold the hood up anymore. And that's really annoying. And so I've had to replace the hood struts on this one. But again, not a big deal. Something else that's gone wrong on the Hyundai Santa Fe over time is all of the door latches have really worn out and had to been replaced. What happens is they just get really, really loose inside, and the next thing you know, there's an error message on the dash that says that the door's still open, even though it's completely closed. And that's happened on 3 out of the 4 doors on this vehicle. So this Santa Fe has one of these panoramic sunroofs. The whole roof comes up and opens up, and these things are notorious for getting dirt down inside of the channels that they slide on, and then they'll get stuck in the open position, and that could be a real bad thing if a rainstorm's coming. So one of the things we've had to do is clean and lubricate those tracks so that it does this. It closes like it's supposed to. What'll happen when it's going bad is it'll get hung up somewhere along the way, and you'll have to force it closed. But this one works good now. So obviously 200,000 miles has not been very kind to these factory rims. The plastic coating over the silver paint has flaked off, and then that silver paint has also flaked off, and there's some sort of black metal underneath it. That's not brake dust, but these things look terrible. And the only way to fix that is going to be to sandblast or completely remove all of that and repaint it and recoat it. It's kind of an expensive process, so what you may find is that it just makes more economic sense to replace the wheels with some other rims that you like better. Another issue that we've had on this high mileage Hyundai Santa Fe is that when you go over bumps, you hear clang, 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 clunk, 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 lots of noise. And so what it ended up being, in addition to those motor mounts, was the sway bar end links were bad. So let me show you where those are. So come back here, and you'll see this one has new ones. And what that does is it connects our strut to our sway bar. And these things just get worn out over time, and it's very difficult to tell when that happens just by looking at the part on the vehicle. But once you remove the part from the vehicle, look at that, it fell apart. But what'll happen is you'll have a lot of play and sloppiness in these sway bar end links, and that'll resonate through the car as clunk, 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 clunk. So let's take a look at the interior of this thing and see how it's held up for 200,000 miles. We'll start here with the driver's seat. A few little dry rot cracks around the edge, but really not too bad. It's in pretty decent shape. Dash or the steering wheel, also just a little bit of wear on it, but again, not too bad. Dashboard is not cracked, not faded. Everything seems to be holding up pretty well. I mean, this one's, you know, had a rough life, had some kids in it and things like that. You know, little spills here and there, but other than that, everything has held up really quite well. Coming around to the back, the door panels look really good. The seats have had some baby seats strapped into them for a long time, and again, other than just a little, you know, spilled milk here and there, they've held up very well. Carpets, the flooring is in really good shape, even up there in the front. Around back here, everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. A few scratches here and there, so obviously they've been using it, you know, hauling things around, baby carriages in and out of the vehicle, but it's in pretty good shape, all things considered. Let's take a quick look around the outside, just at how the body is held up over 200,000 miles. And so the grille area, I mean, it's a little dirty. There are a few little nicks here and there from rock chips and things like that, but the plastic chrome is not flaking off. It looks pretty good. The plastic lenses have held up, not faded too terribly bad. Coming along the side here, again, it's just sort of a little bit of dirt on it, but it still looks pretty sharp. I mean, once this thing's cleaned up, it probably is going to be a very nice looking vehicle. Other than those rims, which have seen the test of time, thing is looking pretty good. Come around the back here, it too has held up very nicely. Still a very stylish looking vehicle for a 2013, I think. Handles look good. You know, a few little door dings here and there, but really not that bad. Not that bad at all. Held up very well. Dash or the windshield's got a crack or two in it, but you know, that's to be expected for any old car. Okay, so what's the verdict? We've got a Hyundai Santa Fe here with over 200,000 miles. How's it held up? Overall, it's held up very good. This particular one even has its original engine, which unfortunately is kind of rare. But if you've got one that has lasted that long, either has the original engine and it's over 150,000 miles, or it's got a replacement engine, even better, then you know what? These things will last a little while. Yeah, sure, things are going to start falling apart here and there, but as I showed you, they're not that big a deal, and you can change them, you can fix them yourself. Just watch my videos, watch other people's videos out there, and keep yours on the road. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope this was enjoyable, and I appreciate your time. If you've enjoyed this, hit that like and subscribe for us. It really helps us to reach a greater audience, and y'all just have a wonderful day. God bless.